Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great Monday, and today's looking like reverse split Monday for us. We got two companies that are doing a reverse split. That includes Stronghold and Greenidge Energy as well. And then we also have the Q1 results for Stronghold and Bitfarms. So we'll get into all of that. Obviously, Bitcoin and miners were up today, which was great. Markets were up also today. So we'll look at all that. But as always, you guys know the drill here. This is not financial advice. For entertainment only. Do your own research. And I'm invested in the following coins and companies for full disclosure. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Helps me out tremendously if you enjoy this type of content. So let's take a look at what's going on in the markets here really quick, and we'll get into the other stuff as well. So the S&P was up 0.3% today. Dow Jones was up a little bit as well, 0.14%. NASDAQ was up 0.55%. Bitcoin was actually up today, was up a little bit higher today. It finished out at the day at 0.92% up, so it closed at, actually that's Ethereum, sorry, my bad. There we go. Okay. There we go. So Bitcoin was up similarly to Ethereum, 0.9% up on the day. It closed at 27,171. We're up a little bit more here. The good thing is we kind of came up and touched our 50-day moving average here, which is our teal line up here. We have in the past couple of days come down and bounced off of our 200 weekly moving average, which is also kind of good. So it looks like we might be setting up here for a possible bounce a little bit. We'll see if this actually gets confirmed or not. But right now I'm kind of seeing the same thing that's kind of happened back here with the 20-day and the 50-day moving averages coming pretty close like we are right now. And I wonder if that's going to cause Bitcoin to possibly go up. That's kind of what I'm going off of right now. We'll see. Time will tell. Right now, the RSI on the daily is looking pretty good. It's 42. Last time we were up here, we were up a little bit higher. But if we look at the 4-hour chart, we can see that the RSI has gone up here to 51. Last time it's been up here, so it was also higher at that point. We're still looking for a little bit of a confirmation on reversal on this. And then if we look at the 1-hour chart here, we can see that we are at 46 right now. Last time we were right around here, we were actually lower in price, probably between these two here when they did happen. So that is a good sign there. So we do have a little bit of a reversal on the 1-hour chart. We'll see if it can continues over to the 4-hour chart and the daily chart as well as time goes by. Okay, so that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. Let's take a look at Ethereum right now. And we can see Ethereum kind of doing the same thing here. We got the 20-day moving average coming pretty close to the 50-day moving average as well. We're bouncing off of that, or we bounced up to it, came below it a little bit, and now we're trying to see if we can get back up to it as well right here. So we'll see if that happens or not. Right now, the RSI is at 43 on it. Last time we were right about here. We were actually a little bit higher on price than that, but not much on the daily 4-hour chart. RSI is at 49. Last time we were back here, price was actually a little bit lower, so that's looking a little bit better than Bitcoin is right now. On the 1-hour chart, we can see that we are at 42. Last time we were back here, price was actually lower at that point as well. So we are seeing a little bit of a reversal as well here. So short term, I'm thinking we're going to be going up a little bit here. I don't know how far we're going to be going up until we get some confirmations and things like that, but we'll see where they end up at. Okay. Next, let's take a look at the miners here. So the miners had a pretty good day for the most part, except for a couple miners that were down quite a bit and got beaten down because of reverse splits. So let's take a look at those right now. And ANY was down 8.6% today to 35 cents. Argo was up 1.52% to $1.34. Bit Digital was up 10.61% to $2.19. Bitfarms had a nice day, 11.22% up to $1.09. Cypher was up even better to 14.76% to $2.41. CleanSpark was up nicely as well, 7.48% to $4.60. Cores was down 3.11% to 35 cents. DigiHost was up 1.33% to $1.52. DMG was up 1.45% to 19 cents. Greenidge was down 12.33% to 34 cents. Reverse split happening. That kind of tanked the stock a little bit here today. Hive was up 8.36% to $3.11. Hut 8 was up 7.47% to $1.87. Iris Energy was up 7.32% to $3.96. Marathon was up 6.95% to $9.54. Mawson was actually down 0.68% to $2.91. Riot was up 4.43% to $11.08. Soluna was up 12.19% to 22 cents. Stronghold was down 12.18% to 69 cents because of the stock split, reverse stock split. And then Wolf was down as well, 1.25% to $1.58, and that is it. So overall, the markets was actually pretty good today for the miners as we looked. With Bitcoin going up, that obviously helped a little bit here. Looking at the network hash rate right now, wow, we're hitting, it looks like, are we at the total hash rate? Yep. So we are peaking, looks like on the 7-day average here to 364 million. That's our new all-time high here right now on that one. If we look at the 1-day average, I'm guessing that's going to probably go up a little bit here, but we'll see. That one has come up to 415 million and come back down to 350 million right now. So we still haven't peaked above our previous high, which was 440 million terahashes per second. But we are starting to climb back up, it looks like a little bit here. Okay, so that's it for those. Let's take a look at what the news that we do have here. So Stronghold Digital Mining announced reverse stock split. Here's what we know. So they announced today that it will affect a 1-for-10 reverse stock split. That's why the stock was down today, of its Class A common shares and Class V common stock as well. So Stronghold's Class A common stock will continue to trade on the NASDAQ Global Market under the symbol as STIG, as it has, and will begin trading on a split-adjusted basis when the market opens on May 16th, which is actually tomorrow when that happens. So really quick release on the information and execution as well. The reverse split is primarily intended to increase the per-share market price of the company's Class A common stock and bring the company into compliance with the minimum bid price requirement for maintaining its listing on NASDAQ. We've had fears with other companies as well. Others have been able to actually get above $1, so that was good. And then to evidence compliance with this requirement, the closing bid price of the company's Class A common stock must at least $1 per share for a minimum of 10 consecutive business days by May 30th. So that's why they're doing it now, so they can get the price above $1 and be there for at least 10 consecutive days, business days. So this is why they're doing it. Okay. So that's one of the things that we are going to talk about. The other one is obviously their report here. Stronghold Digital Mining reports first quarter 2023 results and provides operational update. We're just going to kind of really look over some of the operation and financial highlights here a little bit, and we'll look at the actual numbers for them here shortly. So recent operational and financial highlights, accelerating hash rate guidance. We now expect to achieve hash rate capacity of approximately 4 exahash by the end of the third quarter of 2023, which would beat our prior guidance of year-end 2023, which is good. Completed 10 million private placement and subsequent purchase of 5,000 microBT Watts miners and 50 Bitcoin miners, adding 600 petahash of hash rate capacity, so that's also good. It would be nice for them to start providing also their monthly production updates. So they haven't been providing them, so we haven't been really covering them that much, except for when news like this comes out. They signed with Canon Bitcoin mining agreement, adding another 400 petahash of RAID capacity. They achieved objective of $45 to $50 per megawatt hour net cost of power, so that's good there. And then first quarter revenue of 17.3 million, net loss of 46.7 million, ouch, and net non-GAAP adjusted EBITDA loss of 3.9 million. So that's a little bit better there. Management commentary, there really isn't much to talk about. Let's just take a look at the numbers that we do have here for them, and this, well, what they provided at least. I have not been tracking their quarterly results here because they don't provide their monthly production updates. So we'll just go through this relatively quickly here. Cryptocurrency mining, we'll get into that, but let's take a look at first their cash equivalents. That's actually down to 6.3 million from 13 million at the end of December. So that's not good. Digital currencies also is up though, so that's good. 672,000 from 109, so that's good. Accounts receivable is down to 4.7 from 10.8. Inventory is also up a little bit here to 4.7 from 4.4 million. Prepaid insurance is actually down a little bit to 3.5 from 4.8, so that's good. Due from related parties is about flat, 74 to 73. 1,000 other current assets, 1.3 down from 1.9. So total current assets are actually down 21 million from 35 million, so they're down about 14 million in the quarter. That's substantial there, so that's not good. If we look at some of the other things here, equipment deposits are down from 10 to 5.4. Property and plant equipment are down from 167 million to 158 million. And operating lease rights are down a little bit here by about 200,000, not even that, 140,000 or so, to 1.5 million from 1.7. Operating lease right of use assets are about the same, so is land, and so is road bond. So road bond and security deposit is the same. Total assets right now is 189 million, so that's down from 260 million. That's not really too good. We usually like to see assets going up. But the good thing is accounts payable here is down to 14.8 from 27 million. Accrued liabilities is down to 7.1 from 8.8. Finance insurance is down also to 2.8 from 4.5. Current portion of long-term debt is down to 995,000 from 17.4 million, so that's really good there. And then current portion of lease liabilities is up a little bit to 613,000 from 593. Let's see here, due to related parties, 1.6 million from 1.3, so that's up a little bit. But overall, total current liabilities is down to 27.9 million from 60 million, so that's actually pretty good there. I would say that's a good win there. Asset retirement obligation is about the same. The warrant liabilities is up a little bit to 2.8 from 2.1. Long-term debt is up a little bit here as well to 58 from 57. And then we got long-term operating lease is down a little bit here to 1 million from 1.2. Contract liabilities is down to 277,000 from 351,000, and total liabilities is down to 91 million from 122 million. So that's actually pretty good there. Okay, now when we look at some of their actual revenue streams here, so cryptocurrency mining, and they're not providing it from the prior quarter, they're providing it from the prior year. So we're looking at the date of 2023 for March and the 2022 March numbers here on this one. Cryptocurrency mining is down to 11.2 million from 18 million. Energy is down also 2.7 million from 9 million, so that's not good. Crypto hosting is actually up though, so that's actually kind of good there. 2.3 million from 67,000. Capacity is down to 859,000 from 2 million. And then other is up a little bit here to 52,000 from 20,000. Overall, total operating revenue was 17.2 million, down from the 29.38 million last year. So that's obviously not good. Fuel expense, as far as things are concerned, is down to 7.4 million from 10 million, so that's good. Operating maintenance is also down to 8.4 from 10 million, so that's good. General administrative is down to 8.4 from 11.4, so that's good. Depreciation, amortization is down to 7.7 from 12, so that's good. Loss on disposal of fixed assets up a little bit here to 91,000 from 44,000. Realized gain on sale of digital assets is only negative 326 from 751, so that's good. And then impairment on digital assets is 71,000 from 2.5 million, so that's good. And let's see here, total operating expenses is down to 31.8 million compared to 58.3 million, so that's actually good there as well. Net operating loss was negative 14 million compared to 28 million, so that's good. Let's see what else we have here. Net loss came in at 46 million, so that was actually higher than it was in the prior year quarter, 32 million, so that's not good. What contributed to that, though? Total operating other expenses, we had loss on debt extinguishment, so that was 28 million, so that's kind of what hurt them right there on that one. Basic loss per share was negative 65 cents compared to negative 66, so that is a slight beat there on that one. And that's it. So they are improving on some things, but obviously they are kind of in a bad shape right now, having to do a reverse split, get their stock above things. Things are not looking too good for Stronghold right now as it is. Okay. This is one of those stocks that I would say invest what you only wish to lose on it. I think, however, if Bitcoin does go up in value, I think they will go up as well. Based on that, as Bitcoin usually goes up, it lifts up all ships as well. So we'll see how this one plays out. But I think it would help them if they provided actual mining production updates monthly. They could see how things are growing. It would give a little more confidence, I think, to investors. But we'll see if they start doing that or not. They did it for quite a bit of time last year, and then they stopped when things got really hairy. Bitcoin went down, and they were in bad shape. Okay. Next, let's take a look at Greenidge here. So Greenidge also is doing a reverse split here, a 1-for-10 reverse stock split. Will become effective also tomorrow. So they're kind of in the same boat as Stronghold is right now. And they've also stopped providing production updates right around the same time that Stronghold did. So they were in the same kind of boat as Stronghold as well. So today, Greenidge announced that it has previously announced a 1-for-10 reverse stock split. It becomes effective as of 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time on May 16th, which is tomorrow. And the reason that they're doing it is to regain compliance, obviously, with NASDAQ listing and things like that. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys as well on that one. Okay, let's get into our final story here, which is on Bitfarms reporting their first quarter financial report. And here's the main things that we are getting from it here. So they, with adjusted EBITDA of 6 million. So that's kind of, the adjusted EBITDA is looking good because it's a 6 million profit there. Okay, so they're accelerating the 6 exahash target to September 30th from the original one they had towards the end of the year, end of Q4. Now they're saying it's going to be at the end of Q3. They have mined over 21,000 Bitcoin since inception. That is a lot. And they've mined 1,287 Bitcoin in Q1 and 379 in April as well. And they post direct cost of production about 12.5 per BTC in Q1. I have them a little bit higher. I have them at 13,000 something, I think. But that's pretty close. Okay, and I don't think there's anything else here that I found that was interesting. We've talked about a lot of the stuff, the Argentina being energized and things like that, them buying some more facilities or leasing some more facilities in Canada to help them grow their operations. And let's see if there's anything else that was in here that wasn't. I mean, we've covered everything here before. I'll let you guys read this as well if you want, but we'll just get into their numbers here right now. So Bitfarms right now, based on the data that I'm getting from Microsoft Excel with their stock function, they're coming in at 187 million shares. They have actually more reported now at the end of this quarter here. We'll go look at those numbers here, but the market cap is about 214 million right now. They are at 5 exahash right now. They're supposed to be about 7.2 based on the miners that I do have. I think some of the older miners will get removed, and that will be coming down to the 6 exahash that they're targeting here by the end of Q3. And we can see here that they've been last 4 weeks, they were actually in the red. Prior to that, 8 weeks ago, if you bought them, or 12 weeks, you'd be in the green by a little bit, 4.3%, 6.8%. So not a huge improvement there over the last couple of weeks here. Now, when we look at their last 4-quarter revenue, Q2 of last year, they were at 41 million. Q3 was 33 million in revenue. Q4 was 25 million. Now Q1 is coming in at 30 million. So they are starting to go up in the uptrend, which is good to see. And then this current quarter that we're in, Q2 right now, is estimated at about 33.8 million. But depending on where Bitcoin goes in value, network hash rate, all that will have an impact on it. So we'll see where this one actually comes in. This is right now just estimated. Last 4 quarters, operating costs have been coming up here a little bit here, but not substantially. They've gone up to 18.3 million in Q4, down to 17.7 million in Q1. So that's good to see things coming down as well. And then cost to mine 1 BTC minus depreciation, we're seeing about 13.13 thousand for them for Q1. Q4 was about 12.17 thousand, so about 1,000 more on that one. Bitcoin mined quarterly has come up here to in Q3 to 1,515, and then it has been coming down ever since then. So that leads me to believe that they haven't been growing as fast as the network hash rate has been increasing. And that is the result that we are seeing right now, is with those numbers coming down, they're just not keeping up with the network hash rate increases, like we are seeing with some of the other miners. All right, so if the network hash rate increases by 9-10% a month, that's basically how much they need to grow each month in order to stay above it, or even with it, or above it, okay? Debt to equity, we want lower is better. So this has been coming down, which is good. It's at 0.217. Current ratio, also we want higher is better. They're at 1.691 now, so that's really good. They have about 1.69 times the current assets to pay off current liabilities. And you can see that here as well. Total current assets has come down through Q4 to 69 million. It has increased in Q1 to 73.9 million, which is good. And then total current liabilities has been coming down, which is also really good. In Q2, they were at 96 million. They're down to 43 million now in Q1, which is really good. They've been paying off a lot of their debt as it is. Okay, so let's take a look at the numbers that we do have here for Q1 compared to Q4 here. And I'll zoom this in for you guys so you can see this a little bit better. We might be able to go a little bit more. Let's see if we can go 200% on this. I think that'll work. Okay. So here's what we got. Current assets. We'll see if we can maybe get all. There we go. We can see all of them. Okay, current assets right now is at 29.3 million compared to Q4 of 30.8. So that's not too bad, down a little bit, but not too much. Trade receivables is down to 374,000 from 701,000. Other assets is about the same, down 200,000 or so to 4.3 from 4.5 million. Short-term prepaid is up a little bit here to 13.4 from 12.9. Tax receivables is up a little bit here to 12.3 from 12.1. Digital assets is up nicely to 10.2 from 4.6. Digital assets pledged as collateral is up a little bit here to 2.1 from 2. And then assets held for sale is 1.2 or 1.6 compared to 1.2. So total current assets has increased to 73.9 million from 69 million. So that's good quarter over quarter wise. And then property, plant, and equipment net is 210. So that's down a little bit here from 219. Right of use assets is down a little bit to 15.4 from 16.3. Long-term deposits is also down to 31 from 38. So overall, total assets came down actually to 331 million from 343 million. But we've been seeing this consistent decline here as Bitcoin price has been coming down and assets have been coming down in value as well. Current liabilities. Trade and payables and accrued liabilities is down to 19.5 from 20.5. So that's good. Current portion of long-term debt is also down to 21 million from 43. That's excellent. And then current portion of lease liabilities is down to 2.8 from 3.6. So that's also really good there. So total current liabilities is down to 43.5 million from 67.2 million. That's good. We want a nice healthy balance sheet there. And that's looking really good. Long-term debt is down to, 67,000 from 4 million. So that's good. Lease liabilities is down to 13.5 from 14.2. Slight decrease nonetheless, but still good. And then asset retirement provision is up actually to 2.2 from 1.9. And overall total liabilities is down to 59 from 87 million. So that's good there as well. Then when we look at total liabilities and stockholder equity, we are at 331 million compared to 343 million. So that's a little bit of a decrease. So that's still not too bad there. Revenues, you can see that revenues did increase to 30,050,000 compared to 25.9 million. So that is good. Those have come up. And that's based on self-mining only. They had other revenue here reported in Q4 of 1.1 million on something. Let's see here. What else do we have here? Expenses. So energy and infrastructure went actually down a little bit here to 17 million from 17.4 million. Depreciation amortization is about the same here. Purchase of electrical components has come down to 320,000 from 507. Electrician salaries and payroll expenses is down also to 356 from 392. So that's good there. Cost of revenue is down to 38.4 million from 39.1 million. So a slight decrease, but nonetheless, it's still pretty good. Gross profit minus depreciation, we're looking at about a 43% on that one compared to 32. So that is a good increase there on that one. Operating expenses, selling and general and administrative was down to 8.3. Love seeing that. So that's down from 11.9. Realized loss or gain on disposition of digital assets, that's actually up to 587,000 from 28 million negative. Change in unrealized gain is up a little bit here to 2.6 from 2.1. Unrealized loss and revaluation is 0, so from 19.8. Loss gain on disposition of property is only negative 1.5 from 73 million, so that's good there. And impairment on goodwill is null here. It's 0. It should be 0 at least. And that came in at 14.9 million compared to 23 million net loss on Q4, so that's good there. And then net income before tax came down to 2.8 negative million compared to 19.9, so that's good there. And net loss income was 2.4 from 20 million, so that's really good there. And you can see here that their total comprehensive income came in at 1.25 million negative compared to negative 20 million, and that resulted obviously in a negative penny loss per share, EPS, earnings per share, giving a negative one penny. So that's really good there. They were actually at positive 2 cents here in Q1 of last year. Came pretty close to that this year of being positive as well. So that's really good overall. Okay, when we look at some of the other metrics here that we do have on them, here's the number of shares for them, 240 million right now being reported. I have them at 190, what was it that I had them at? Sorry for the quick scroll here, 197. So that number is definitely off on it. Hopefully I'll get updated here in a couple of days with Microsoft. But let's see here. BTC mined, they mined a little bit less here like we talked about, obviously, in the last couple of quarters here after Q3. And cost of minus depreciation, we talked about that was 13.1 compared to 12.1. Current equity debt, current ratio, talked about that as well. And then revenue minus general administrative compensation is at 27%. So I like seeing that number come down. That's really good. Like to see that even come down more, under 20%, if not better. But overall, they have been doing all the right things, paying down debt, growing their hash rate, doing the things. They're not growing their hash rate fast enough, though. I'd like to see that hash rate growth a little bit faster there. And based on all of those numbers here, we're looking still at, let me see if I'm using the right numbers here for it. I think I updated this, maybe not. I did update it, okay. So I only came in, I was off by 1.8% as far as what the revenue is going to be for self-mining. So that's not too bad. I want to be within 2.5%. Usually that's really good here. We were really close in Q4 at it, but we're off a little bit here on that one. We'll have to try a little bit better for the next quarter. That's kind of where we came in at. And so that's the last 3 quarters at 89 million combined total for the current quarter that we're in. And the last 3 quarters is 123 million. 50% net income from gross revenue with a P of 9. We're looking at $2.81. They're $1.09 right now. They're definitely undervalued in my opinion as it is for right now. Okay, their total current assets, let me see if I got that over here. I thought I had it. Total current assets is 73 million. What's their total assets? Let's take a look at that really quick. Assets, current assets, total assets is 331 million. Their market value is 214 million. Definitely undervalued in my opinion. Okay, but let me know what you guys think of this and the other news stories that we talked about today. What did you think of Stronghold and Greenidge doing a reverse split? Are you guys for it, against it? I'm guessing most are against it because the stock went down obviously today on both of those. So we'll see how this goes forward. Obviously, Bitfarms here. They got to continue to grow, get above 6 exahash by as fast as they can, hopefully by Q3, hopefully by Q4, they can increase that a little bit to maybe 6.5 if possible. then really have to kind of trim things up a little bit here before, I'm guessing April, maybe April, when the halving event happens. So if they can grow to maybe 7.5, 8 exahash by then, that would be really good. Put them in a pretty good spot after the halving, I guess you could say. All right. So that is it. As always, spreadsheets available on my Patreon members. Thank you everyone there for their continued support. Thank you so much for the YouTube members as well. You guys will get the printout of this dashboard for Bitfarms coming up tomorrow as well. And we'll see what else happens this week. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Helps me out tremendously. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.